Greetings, lovely Libra. Thanks for joining me. Thank you for your likes, shares and subscribes, and hit that little bell button thing, won't you? Because we're coming in with some 3 monthly forecasts over the next week. So they're quite comprehensive. And so this is your reading for the full moon in Aquarius, the second one in 1 month. The second one in 1 month, which is quite unusual. So we're looking at past, what's behind you, where you're at, current energies, and moving forward. At this time, what I wonder what the moon could possibly reveal to lovely Libra. Interesting. And just moving forward, please. Moving forward. 1 card. Right, okay. Okay, so what do we got? Wow, we've got the 10 of Discs. Wonderful card on the bottom of the deck there. Now we'll go through and clarify these anyway, but what's behind you? We have the beautiful Strength card, Libra. This understanding those things which hold you back largely. In the Thoth deck, this card is called Lust, but it is sort of taming that inner beast. So we understand what holds us back. We understand the different chatterings, natterings of those voices, whether they be mind monkey, whether they be a little bit unconscious, maybe, that you become conscious of, or that they're totally about your ego. You know, it's like there's so many different aspects. But anyway, so understanding, having an insight here. Current energies, we see the Prince of Wands, very impulsive, very experimental actually. Maybe you feel like, you know, you're sort of being pushed to the limits a wee bit. And it's like, well, I've got nothing left to lose by being, by experimenting, taking risks, and whatever that is, you know, in life in general, in love, and what direction you're choosing to go in. Because that prince is moving in a particular direction. And there's an on and off, there's a hot and cold kind of element to this prince, gender non-specific. Okay, and now moving forward, we have this understanding, like, so maybe we are sort of choosing to not walk on the wild side, but that's what I was just hearing. Not necessarily that, but you know, moving forward. So we've decided that we're going to just be a bit more exploratory, I suppose. Now, in doing that, you know, we see moving forward the 5 of Cups. We know what the 5 of Cups is. It's about understanding those things like disappointment, melancholy. But we actually have 2 full cups, which is pretty amazing, but we're just focused on the 3 that are spilt. This whole thing about taking risks is that we understand our ability to deal with, like, the idea of disappointment, our ability to shift our perspective. The more experimental, the more we extend ourselves, probably is a better way of putting it. The more we do that, the more easily we learn and we understand how our perspective can change. Just with a shifting and understanding of our mind, in fact. So this is pretty amazing, Libra. This is pretty amazing. So in a general, in a general explanation of these cards, it makes perfect sense. Can we, what do you say, peel the layer back a wee bit and look at maybe this in a little bit more detail. So with the Strength card, with the card of Lust, Strength, we have the Eight of Cups. We see a new moon in this cup. In this card. A new moon in the cup. What was I going to say? Yeah, to understand fully Strength, to understand that card, we do need a level of detachment. We need a level of detachment. What I find interesting here is that we had to leave those 8 in order to, go seeking the 2. Moving forward, we have 2. In this, it almost feels like there's some expectation here. It might be quite specific for someone out there, that there's an expectation that somehow you can never quite fulfill. And I guess the general thing here is, but you still have to allow yourself to push boundaries, to take risks, to extend yourself. You kind of have to do that, because we learn so much about ourselves by doing that. It's not for any end point as such, is it, Libra? Because as soon as we attach all these expectations to something, then it just starts to be on a perpetual loop of disappointment, which is not the goal here. So let's have a look at the Prince of Wands. At the Prince of Wands in the current position. For Libra, please. Prince of Wands here. So yeah, interesting. A level of detachment is a great thing. Wow, we get the Emperor. Are we feeling restricted by something? Are we still feeling restricted by an aspect of our own mind, is what I get here. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I mean, the Emperor's not overly flexible. It could be someone in your life. I mean, not just aspects of your own mind. It may well be someone in your life. And what just came out, the Empress. I do think this is a couple's situation. It's either between a couple, or it's about wanting to be part of a couple, whether that's man, woman, whatever it is. It doesn't make any difference. So there's something about this. It's interesting. Maybe your partner wants to sort of, I don't know, experiment a wee bit. I don't know, Libra. Or there's a restriction to it. It could be anything. So let's just have a look moving forward, please. Or maybe you're struggling with having different expectations. There is a power dynamic. The Prince of Swords just popped out here. I think there is an issue with power, a dynamic. We could look at this and someone's questioning what they're getting from what they put in. So this is interesting. And there's something quite global and collective about this reading. Like, it could be a really, really pertinent for the collective at this time. look, I think the key here for you, Libra, is we have the Page of Wands again coming out, which is the Prince of Wands, right? We have him coming out with the Magician. I think the key here is to, whatever it happens to be for you, whether you really want to extend yourself, be more of a, take some chances, go and do something that you've always wanted to do, just do it. Just be expressive, creative, do it, because just not for any specific end point, but just because that in itself as an act, as a way of being for you at this time, is going to give you a new level of mastery over your will, over your mind. So whoever else is involved in this, maybe it is a couple, maybe it's not. But this is really important for your own development, to be able to fully express, take a few risks, do something new. It could be just simply about doing something new at a time where things feel quite restrictive. So it's fascinating, actually. That is quite fascinating, Libra. We'll just get a Brian Froud Pixie and Fairy card, just to give us a little glimpse or a different angle or whatever it happens to be. Pixie and Fairies. Do we need another card after all of that? Wow. Just one, please. Very sunny day today. Oh, and do check out the I think it is a coupley thing. Do check out the Full Moon Aquarius reading for the collective. You might find it interesting. We get Lace the Moon's Daughter from the Fairy Oracle. Look, this is about husband and husband, wife and wife, husband, wife, whatever. This is about partnership, and it's about having and this full moon is perfect timing, having an illuminated path through the forest. So we're both moving in the same direction here. We've got Lace the Moon's Daughter, we've got her fellow or felless there, his, her, whatever. We're on the same track here. We're on the same track, we're on the same path, and we can see for quite a long way ahead. Now, there's something wonderful about this level of loyalty and trust, and I guess they're really important things to consider at this time. I'm not quite sure why I'm getting that, but I'm getting that. And we'll just get a journey map. It's a really interesting, very interesting reading, Libra. We'll just get a journey map card, please. Whoa, far too many. Far too many. Yes, so something will be illuminated for you. We have Awake and Aware, Welcome In. Here we go. This is a card of spring. It is a card of new beginnings, new growth, new ventures, new adventures, Libra. So do enjoy this time. Thanks so much for joining me. Take good care. Check out your other signs, your moon, ascendant, Venus and Jupiter, for a general overview. And take good care, and we'll see you soon, Libra. Bye. Cherry.